Welcome back, everyone. Well, I am sure that Democrats wish that this happened just days ago prior to Election Day, because it could have very well changed the outcome entirely, and we wouldn't have seen this red wave. Because in Congress, just breaking news, the House of Representatives has now passed the $1.2 trillion infrastructure bill. This is breaking news, and it is a major victory for the Democrats and the White House and the Biden administration on delivering his Build Back Better agenda. So we'll be talking about it all in today's video, discussing the details, what it means for you, and the next steps going from here. So we're going to get started, get right into the news. But before we do, very quickly, as always, make sure that you guys do a couple things for me. Number one, go ahead and smash the like button. I would be so appreciative of that. We've gotten so many new subscribers just over the last 24 to 72 hours. So many new people hopping on board. And I want to thank every single solitary one of you for your continuous support. By the way, side note, if you did not see the interview, the newest interview that I posted just the other day, make sure you check that out. It's a good one. You could check it out after this video is over. The link will be down below in the description. I talked with Troy Kearns, fellow real estate investor, obviously much more experienced than I am. He has a lot more years on me, but it was a great interview. We discussed a lot, and I hope that we provided some value in that interview. So be sure to check that out. The link will be down below in the description. You can check it out when we're done with this video. And if you haven't already, make sure you are subscribed to this channel. You can do that right now. Click that big red button and that little notification bell as well. That little bell will notify you when we do post a brand new video just like these every single solitary week. And by the way, we'll be doing a next cash giveaway when we do it 20,000 subscribers. You're not going to miss that. We'll be giving away double the amount of cash that we did when we did our 10,000 subscriber giveaway. So make sure you're subscribed. That will enter you in the giveaway. And with that being said, let's get started and dive right in. Well, where do we even begin? Well, after months of internal deliberations and also back and forth and arguments and debate between Democrats, President Joe Biden has finally delivered on his pillar of his domestic agenda when Congress passed the $1.2 trillion bill just Friday night. Ultimately, the final vote was 228 to 206. 13 Republicans voted with the majority of Democrats in support of the bill, though 6 Democrats voted against it. Its next step is to head to the president's desk to be signed into law. This is because back in August, the legislation passed the Senate, but was stalled in the House as Democrats tried to negotiate a deal on a separate $1.9 trillion economic package, another key component of Biden's agenda that many Democrats had tied to the fate of the infrastructure bill. So that was the delay, that was the dilemma. It was greatly held up in the House, but it did pass the Senate earlier this year. The bill is quite omnibus. It encompasses a lot of legislation in here and really tackles so many different issues that the Democrats and Biden pledge to deal with. So first of all, it will be the largest investment in climate in U.S. history. That's just a fraction of the bill. So let's break down this bill, summarize it for you, exactly what is in this legislation. Well, it is a large investment into the country, and the legislation passed Friday night will deliver $550 billion of new federal investments in America's infrastructure over 5 years. This includes money for roads, bridges, mass transit, rail, airports, ports, and waterways. The package includes a $65 billion investment in improving the nation's broadband infrastructure. That means Wi-Fi in your schools, and invest tens of billions of dollars in improving the electric grid and water systems. Another $7.5 billion would go to building a nationwide network of plug-in electric vehicle chargers, according to the bill text. Very pro-electric vehicle. And Biden actually called House Speaker Nancy Pelosi just before midnight to congratulate her on the passage of the infrastructure bill. This is according to a source familiar with the call. And on the call, Pelosi thanked Biden for his help in getting the bill over the finish line as well. Glad to see some Democrats finally work together and get something done. Now, the bill didn't get passed without some hurdles. This took hours and hours to get passed and move through Congress that evening. You had moderates and progressives going back and forth in frustration throughout the day. This was not a quick process by any stretch. Ultimately, issues were resolved, compromises were made, and deals were worked out between Democrats to finally get this bill passed. And this is also amid the soaring inflation and supply chain issues, which all mean higher prices for consumers. The White House wanted to get a bill like this passed ASAP as soon as they possibly could to hopefully mitigate some of these high prices. Now, in a statement following the House vote, Biden said that the legislation would, quote, create millions of jobs, turn the climate crisis into an opportunity, and put us on a path to win the economic competition for the 21st century. He also noted that the procedural vote on the second Democratic bill, as Democrats were hoping to get two bills passed in the same night, but ultimately they can only get one passed, the other bill would allow for passage of my Build Back Better Act in the House of Representatives the week of November 15th, because the House is out of Washington next week, and it would take the CBO, or Congressional Budget Office, days or weeks to prepare a score of the legislation. Now, the bills together make up the core of Biden's domestic agenda. Democrats see the bills as complementary pieces designed to boost the economy. They believe it will jolt the job market, provide a layer of insurance to working families, and curb climate change, all of which the bill tackles. Biden and the Democrats, of course, have been looking for a signature achievement that they could point to on the 2022 midterm campaign trail, as the president's approval ratings have been sinking. And of course, the red wave happened election night, with Democrats shockingly losing many positions in local elections as well as state elections. But Republicans and conservatives, of course, fear that all of this fiscal spending will continue the inflation and only hurt the economy more so. So I am curious, what are your thoughts on this bill that has passed, as well as the overall Democratic and Biden agenda? Are you in favor of it? Are you against it? Should it be trimmed down? Should it not pass at all? Or should we actually be spending more and be more aggressive during these times? Let us know your thoughts down below in the comments. I always read and reply to each and every one of you. At least I try to. And the White House now has a few wins under their belt. Not only has this bill passed, but this bill passage followed the strong-looking October jobs report, as well as the approval of the Pfizer vaccine for children ages 5 to 11. Now, Biden said that he will be signing this legislation soon. As far as the safety net and other bill, that will take weeks longer, according to President Biden. President Biden is expected to sign this bill sooner than later, so you could be sure that we will update you the second it is signed and he does put pen to paper. Be sure to stay tuned for all updates. They can be found right here on this very channel. This is your one-stop shop. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. As always, let us know your thoughts down below in the comments, or even if you have any questions regarding this legislation, we can hopefully answer some of those questions for you. And if you did enjoy this video, you got value out of it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, smash the like button. I would appreciate that. Also, make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Click that big red button and the notification bell as well. And if you want to get some free stocks, all on me, all free, use those links down below in the description of this video. Sign up with Robinhood and or Webull. You get some free stocks. Some of those valued up to thousands of dollars. So it is free money, free cashola, all for you, all in your pocket. No gimmicks and no sales pitch. Use those links down below in the comments. If you want to connect with me on social media, I am on Instagram at Logan Cohn, LOGANKOHN, right there on your screen. And the link is down below as well. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Take care for now.